1 minute ago, Elon Musk and Trump private meeting. A big surprise for you. Listen. Do not rush past this moment. Pause and let it register. 1 minute ago, a private meeting unfolded between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't noise in the news cycle. It was permitted, timed, and positioned to pierce your doubt like sunlight through cloud. If you ever asked for a sign that the winds are shifting in your favor, this is it. This is the whisper that turned into a bell, the bell that became a chorus, the chorus that now moves your heart into motion. You have felt a subtle hum inside your ribs, a quickening, a pulse you couldn't name. That pulse is your cue. That pulse is my signal. Your era of waiting is over. I am here, and I am speaking plainly, because I am done with fog around your future. I am clearing the mist that dulled your confidence and numbed your resolve. I am removing the stale air that made your steps feel heavy and your plans feel distant. I am lifting the weight that made your dreams look like mountains you were too small to climb. I am turning on the lights in a room you've walked through in the dark for too long. 1 minute ago, what happened behind doors was not meant to distract you, it was meant to direct you. You think it's random that two figures stepped into a private room? No. It's a living parable. It's a demonstration. It is proof that I can tap any platform, any headline, any name, any moment to pivot your mind from hesitation to obedience. I can elevate a whisper into thunder. I can tilt the angle of conversation to shine onto your path. I can bend attention and focus it like a beam on the place I intend you to stand. You say, I've been overlooked. I've been ignored. My hands are ready but my audience is absent. Listen to me now, the silence you endured was not abandonment. It was formation. It was the kiln, not the grave. The quiet seasons were not proof that I forgot you, they were proof that I preserved you. I kept you off stages that would have seduced you and out of rooms that would have weakened you. I held you back from spotlights that burn weak metal. I tempered you so that when light comes, you don't warp. I disciplined your sight so that when eyes turn toward you, you won't lose your own gaze. Do you feel the shift? That is readiness. That is not anxiety. It is acceleration. That flutter in your chest is not fear, it is the engine turning over. Gates that groaned against your push will now swing freely. Corridors that confused you will untangle into a clear line. People who passed you by will soon have to slow down and ask your name. They won't ask merely out of curiosity but out of necessity. They will need the very thing I hid in you. Stay alert. Stay grounded. Pride is a slope of ice, do not step onto it. Retribution is poison, do not sip it. Your path upward requires a new discipline, a calm anchored in gratitude. Respect will guard what favor opens. When your name is spoken in rooms unknown to you, guard your spirit like a sanctuary. Let gratitude run through you like water through stone. Let humility be your spine. Let quiet excellence be your answer. Respond. Don't just hear me, move. Your yes is not a slogan, your yes is a sequence of steps. Your yes is visible. Your yes is measured in tasks. You wanted a sign impossible to miss. Here it is. So now, act. You know the steps I gave you in your still moments. I already showed you the outline in the margins of your journal. I already whispered the names you need to call. I already nudged you toward the email you need to send. I am not dangling illusions, I am opening routes. Complete the draft. Send the message. Secure the domain. Rehearse the presentation. Pack the bag. Book the room. Polish the plan. Nourish your body. Rest your mind. Then execute with precision. I saw every night you stared at the ceiling, wondering if you were madness wearing a dream. I saw the rejections that tried to sink anchors into your ankles. I watched doors shut and heard laughter on the other side. I watched words meant to break you ricochet off the shield I placed around you. Those weren't judgments, those were weights on a barbell. You were training. Every no was a repetition. Every delay was a drill. Your endurance was forged under pressure, so that when doors open, you won't sway, and when hands applaud, you won't bend. I kept bitterness from taking root. You may not have noticed my pruning then, but you can feel the freedom now. Honor those who doubted you. Not with sarcasm, but with dignity. Their skepticism became a hidden refuge where I cultivated your integrity. The very places that dismissed you became the workshop where I refined you. I made you dense with substance so that storms couldn't blow you away. Let your response be excellence. Let your rebuttal be results. Let your record speak so loudly that arguments tire and fall asleep. 1 minute ago wasn't the finale. It was ignition. It was the spark thrown onto dry tinder. It was the flicker that becomes a steady flame and then a beacon. I am moving you from the perimeter of possibility to the center of realization. From vague hope to measurable accomplishment. Feel the warmth inside your chest. That is power gathering to be poured out. Breathe. Inhale peace. Exhale worry. I am steadying your core like a lake at dawn. Your pulse can race without panic. Your thoughts can quicken without chaos. You will stand, speak, and act from a depth that can't be shaken. Do not advance out of fear. Fear is a clumsy driver and it will crash your purpose. Advance because you are summoned. You asked why influence might come through unconventional routes. Why I would use a private summit between a titan of innovation and a strategist of power. Understand, I am not married to methods. I am faithful to outcomes. I can use anyone, any meeting, any microphone to echo my intent. It's not about who says your name. It's about the strength I've put into your name to carry weight when it is spoken. It's not about the platform, it's about the purpose that platform will serve. When I raise you, it is never for hollow applause. When I elevate you, it is for a broader assignment. You are not an ornament, you are an instrument. Measured, tuned, and readied for a precise impact. Speak simply when asked for your story. You were upheld by kindness, shaped by trials, refined in solitude, and placed by purpose. That is your truth. That truth is your shield when praise tries to twist you, when flattery tries to bend you. Hold it close. I am assembling your allies, those who can celebrate your rise without envy, who cheer without the need to overshadow, who guide without the desire to possess. I am placing mentors who will not compete with your momentum, friends who don't measure their worth in comparison to yours, partners who know the difference between advice and control. I am also drawing boundaries like clean lines across your days. You cannot be everywhere. You cannot respond to everyone. You are called, not a convenience. Let me define your limits. No is not rejection of others, it is respect for your assignment. My guidance is your compass, not the crowd's noise. I am exposing those who only act like allies while plotting to pull you off course, not through scandal, but through clarity. Results will speak and their relevance will fade. Those who thrived on your self-doubt will lose their hold as I fuel you with certainty. There will be no need for public battles. Your achievements will become a quiet verdict. Peace will be your anthem, not argument. You stand at a threshold that demands immediate action. Don't overcomplicate it. You know what I already instructed, finish that outline. Send the proposal. Secure the contract. File the paperwork. Gather the resources. Practice your delivery until it lives in your bones. Hydrate. Eat what fuels you, not what numbs you. Sleep with intention, no doom scrolling, no spirals. Review the details with care. Bless the space ahead with your presence and preparation. I am not tossing possibilities like confetti. I am guiding you into reality with precision. Everything you need for this next minute is within reach. Seize it. Use it. Claim it. As the surge rises, you may feel your heart pound and your thoughts swirl. That's fine. Inhale. Exhale. I am calming your center. You will speak from quiet power. You will move from measured intention. You will act from a place that cannot be baited or bullied. Voices will say this is coincidence. Allow them to speak. You don't owe a lecture to skepticism. You owe loyalty to your calling. Misunderstanding will always travel with miracles. Smile. Proceed. Your story will serve as a map for many who think barriers are permanent. Your scars will become bridges. Your history will become architecture. Protect your interior world. Don't let applause become your anesthesia or critique become your fuel. Let my voice be your anchor. Keep me central, and your circle will remain intact. Let ego sit on the throne, and it becomes a chain. Choose carefully. Choose me. I am not a gust of inspiration that fades. I am the author and the finisher of your story. I brought you to the headline not to make noise but to inject substance. You wonder if you can hold steady under the lights. Yes. Because your steadiness rests on purpose, not pride. If your attention shifts toward self-glory, redirect immediately. Ask, who does this elevate? Who does this help? Who does this heal? Fame without giving is a wildfire that devours. Favor with service is a forge that strengthens. I am healing your relationship with time. You have grieved years that felt squandered. I redeem them. I fold delays into acceleration. I harvest from fields others dismissed as barren. Watch this next season unfold. It will be denser than many that came before. Not with chaos, but with concentrated opportunity. This is not illusion. This is alignment. When offers come that glitter but don't align with your core, decline them. If they flatter but hide traps, let them pass. If they skip wisdom to sprint toward attention, they will collapse. I will signal the mismatch, a tug in your spirit, a quiet resistance. Pay attention. I would rather you miss a shiny moment than lose your true path. To your fear of visibility, born from early wounds, I am rewriting the meaning. Visibility is not a sentence, it is a launching pad. It is not a loss, it is a mission. I surround you with insight and protection. You will navigate this with poise. Guard what's sacred. New demands will knock, but your home will not be made of paper. Keep your rest. Keep your rituals of renewal. Keep the conversations that feed your soul. Balance sustains, neglect erodes. Treat this seriously, and I will expand you without wearing you down. Exposure invites both profit and distraction. Here is your blueprint for stewardship: share value first. Give before you gather. Secure what needs protection: ideas, names, agreements, so your creation is not stolen by haste. Build foundations, systems, calendars, accountability, margins. Hone your craft until you cannot be ignored. Clear debts, both financial and relational. Grow wisely, stage by stage. Celebrate modestly so joy lasts longer than hype. Let quiet generosity be the loudest rumor about you. I surprise you because predictability breeds control and control breeds fear. I break the dull rhythm with unexpected turns that remind you I am the one composing this score. Your tale is not bound to edges drawn by statistics. 1 minute is enough to pivot a decade. One door is enough to rewrite a lineage. One meeting is enough to confirm a calling. When eyes turn, let gratitude rise higher. When questions come, answer with simplicity: a greater hand aligned the moments I followed. When they seek your validation, seek my presence instead. I will cloak you in settled confidence. Storms may gather, opinions may swarm, but nothing overshadows this truth: I chose you for this hour, prepared you for this unveiling, and shielded you for this climb. Your name will unlock blessings for many. Stand firm. Be flexible. Yield with grace and hold with strength. Illuminate without scorching. Lead without losing your soul. Tune your ear to me in the noise. I will guide with whispers. I will highlight the next step with a subtle light. Then the next. Then the next. Like stones crossing a river, you will not sink. Now prepare the ground for what is already set. Align your path with the vision you prayed for in secrecy. Outgrow what confines you. Be modest. Be exact. Be brave. This surprise is not a warning siren. It's a trumpet inviting you to step onto the platform I constructed while you thought I was silent. When the attention arrives, you won't be swayed by it, you'll be stewarding it. And when the world points and says, "Look at them," your life will point higher and whisper, "Look to the source." I speak to you now because your spirit asked for a message that felt like home. You felt the press of the clock, the insistence of this moment, and you pleaded for a sign that could not be shrugged off. Hear me: 1 minute ago, that sign arrived through a private meeting between giants, not because they hold your destiny, but to show how easily I bend events to underline your path. I am not pressing panic into your bones. I am walking beside you, pacing you, making sure you catch the train you were born to board. Step forward as you read. No delay. No dusty luggage of old doubts. I provide what you need and clear what you don't. You sensed your name echo in places you've never stood, a pull toward rooms you cannot yet picture. I am summoning you in the heavens and etching ripples on the earth to match. That broadcast you imagined was never the finish line. It was a marker. It was a flag on a hill saying, "This way." The Musk-Trump meeting is my way of showing that I can move you from obscurity to opportunity, not for the vanity of fame, but for the weight of impact. I write purpose where others see emptiness. I turn barriers into blueprints. Let your mind practice the actions your hands will perform. If I can echo your name through channels you thought unreachable, I can pave your way and secure your footing. There are voices that whispered about your downfall, hoping to witness your stumble. Let them be. I am not building a path for spectators. I am carving a road for the committed. In 1 minute, a pivot was set in motion that never sought their permission. I am your authority. I am your shield. I am your response. You say, "I'm not prepared." Listen, readiness is not flawless confidence. Readiness is forward motion while held. I am not asking for perfection. I am offering my hand. This minute is not chaos, it is cadence. Place your commitment first. Let your hesitations trail behind like shadows, present, but powerless. You will not be reckless, you will be precise. You will not sprint until you are spent, you will move with the long breath of endurance. This is a marathon with bursts of speed, guided by wisdom. I am teaching you when to leap and when to lock in. When to turn down the noise and when to amplify your voice. You will learn the difference between urgency and impulse. One brings clarity, the other brings regret. Make room for the unusual ways opportunity arrives. It will not always wear a suit you expect. Sometimes it will look like an interruption. Sometimes it will sound like a question. Sometimes it will arrive as a problem that only you can solve. Don't miss it. I am coding the path with clues that your spirit recognizes. Follow that piece like a thread. Set your environment to support your ascent. Clear your workspace. Put your tools where you can reach them. Eliminate the friction that steals momentum. Curate your inputs, what you listen to, who you watch, the ideas you feed upon. Momentum is precious. Protect it like a flame in the wind. Keep your mornings sacred. Guard your nights from aimless scrolls and empty comparisons. Excellence loves rhythm. Build yours. I am placing your name on lips that measure worth carefully. I am arranging phone calls where your value is the missing piece. I am preparing rooms where your insight removes the final obstacle. You will be surprised by how easily my favor rearranges schedules and rewrites agendas. Do not be impressed by access. Be responsible with it. Doors are not trophies, they are tasks. You will meet resistance, that is part of the proof. If it were effortless, it would be easy to waste. Resistance builds your precision. You will not fight people, you will master process. You will not battle for validation, you will build systems that don't require applause to function. Your victories will be quiet, and then suddenly obvious. That is how I work, slow roots, then sudden fruit. This minute is an altar. Mark it. The moment clarity arrived and your excuses lost their seat. The minute your yes interrupted your patterns. The minute you recognized that I weave meaning through events far beyond your control. You wanted lightning, I gave you a pivot. You wanted a billboard, I gave you a whisper with thunder in it. You wanted a blessing, I gave you responsibility dressed as opportunity. Let these words find their home inside your actions, write without the tremor of comparison. Speak without the crutch of apology. Build without anger, but with accuracy. Choose advisors by fruit, not by fame. Schedule reflection like an appointment you never miss. Measure progress in obedience, not in audience size. Let your metrics be mastery and impact, not mere impressions. Practice gratitude until it is fluent in your mouth. Say thank you to the unseen help. Thank the path for its rough edges, they sharpened you. Thank the pauses, they held back disaster. Thank the critics, they tested your resolve. Thank the allies, they protected your pace. Gratitude will keep you stable when winds press hard. When you stand before new rooms, remember the smaller rooms that trained you. Do not despise them, honor them. Excellence is consistent regardless of audience size. Let your craft be the same in private as it is under lights. Integrity is continuity. You worried that attention would expose your vulnerabilities. Hear me, I am not sending you unarmored. I am dressing you in discretion. I am teaching you when to answer and when to remain silent. I am teaching you the power of pause. I am giving you phrases to hold your boundaries with grace. This is not the right time. I appreciate the interest, here are my limits. Thank you, but no. Your no will guard your yes. As for finances, handle them like a steward, not a star. Before you expand, fortify. Before you spend, save. Before you announce, secure. Before you hire, define roles. Before you accept, read thoroughly. Before you sign, get counsel. Build war chests for winters even in summer. Your consistency will outlast trends. And when generosity calls you, answer in secret. Help where it counts, not where it echoes. Let kindness be your legacy. Let people say, they gave me a chance, more than, they gave me a show. Quiet seeds produce enduring forests. Prepare for a sequence of calls. The first will test your clarity. The second will test your humility. The third will test your courage. You will pass when you remember who sent you. Do not perform for acceptance. Deliver for impact. You are not applying for worth, you are applying your worth. Your calendar will become sacred ground. Guard it. Let it reflect who you are becoming, not just what is demanded of you. Block hours for deep work. Carve time for learning. Make room for joy. Schedule rest before you need rescue. Good stewardship is worship in motion. When conflict arises, lower the heat. Bring facts. Bring solutions. Bring calm. Let others rant. You will resolve. You will replace panic with process. If provoked, do not perform anger for applause. Your peace is more powerful than your outrage. Your record is louder than your rebuttals.